Hey there YouTube and welcome to Ask a Maestro. Today's video is part of my series of interviews with professional musicians. Today's guest is my friend Michael Cavalieri. Mike is a classical singer. He performs opera and choral repertoire, and he lives and works in Chicago, Illinois. Now Mike is an interesting case because he works not only as a singer, but he also works as a computer programmer and a project manager. He also has a very large family. He has a wife and 4 children, and he has had to find a way to balance his home life and his family life with his 2 professional careers as a singer and as an IT guy.
I'm involved in the major ensembles here in the Chicago area. For example, I sing in the Chicago Symphony Orchestra and the Chicago Symphony Chorus. I sing at the Lyric Opera of Chicago. In the summers, if there is a Ravinia engagement at the Ravinia Festival, I'll sing in there. Grant Park, I'll sing with them. And then I'll do concerts, or for example, I'll be Eisenstein at Light Opera Works in their Deflator Mouse over the holiday performances. So that's what my career looks like now. And it accounts for about a quarter to a third of my yearly income. My degrees are in music, are in performance. I've gotten postgraduate degrees as well. And I was auditioning and, doing the circuit as kind of everybody does for young artist programs and management, etc. And my wife and I, after some time, decided to come back and start a family. I have another career that is not musical, and so that supports my family primarily. It also helps keep me sane as well. That has afforded me opportunity to pursue further my musical career here. And so I've been able to balance the two. And a lot of my colleagues do the exact same things, whether they have families or not, whatever the size of their career, musical or not, is. It's really just a balancing act. But we all find that the talents and the experiences that we bring from our music training can be applied to a lot of other non-musical endeavors. My non-musical profession is in information technology. I've built a career on doing project management and also development or engineering. It's something that I was always interested in as a hobby when I was growing up as a kid. And then I just started having jobs in high school and college that kind of promoted that. And then so when I started to finish my academic career, I was starting to begin this other career in computers. And so while one career was building, the other one was building as well. And I essentially have 2 separate resumes, depending on the work that I'm trying to do. And while there's a little bleed over between the two, it doesn't hurt to be able to say, not only do I have a successful career doing this thing, but I also have a solid career doing this thing as well. It demonstrates to a lot of employers, both musical and not, that you can keep your life together, organized, that you have the energy, that you have the will, and you have the intelligence and the hustle, really, to be able to make both things happen. This is my calendar for this week. So we're doing the CSO Brahms Requiem tonight, tomorrow, and Saturday. We're opening Le Troyen at the Lyric on Sunday afternoon, and I'm also starting Eisenstein rehearsals at Light Opera Works. Now, this doesn't include my regular job. This also doesn't include the other things of being on the negotiating committee for our next contract at the CSC. It doesn't include, spending time with my kids on Saturday morning. Particularly with IT and with software and development in that area, there's flexibility that definitely can be had, especially with the advancements in remote working, time-shifted working. If you're doing development, for example, if you're coding, that doesn't necessarily need to happen from 9 to 5, where you can try to structure your day so it happens in the morning, when you're most likely not to have a rehearsal. Then you can have that in the morning and then, dedicate time in the afternoon or the evenings as necessary, or just to pick up little times in between rehearsals and breaks and such. While information technology is a very good area for that to exist, it still doesn't mean necessarily, though, that every single job I could be looking for would necessarily be friendly to my musical career. So there are some opportunities that just aren't for me. There's some other things I've had to kind of pick and work my way through, as I've gone to be able to get this type of balance. Pursuing a career in music is humbling for the checking account. You put a lot of work into this, and especially considering so many of us were maybe just 1 or 2 steps away from having that career. We are still trained, and we still have the talent and the desire as much as anyone else. But for whatever reason, our careers are what our careers are. There were always moments in my musical career where maybe if that one audition went a certain way, that one opportunity or that one person called me back. It's easy to look back at those and think, those didn't flesh out, so I don't have the career I wanted. However, in my case, I look at the opportunities, I look at the jobs I've had, the relationships I've forged, being at the right place at the right time. And so while I felt unlucky in certain areas, I feel very lucky in other areas. I would still love to be able to have a career that was all music. However, because I haven't necessarily grown in the way of either of these careers, where I'm flying everywhere, every which way, an international musician is on the road 6, 7, 8 months out of the year, or where I'm doing some sort of regular trips to the headquarters or some clients where, I'm getting on a plane every other week, I can be very focused here in the area. And so to have the other job, it's great to have something that's very binary. Well, you do the thing that you do either works or it doesn't. Software, for example, you make the code and you work on the project and you're either on budget and on time or you're not. Clean sort of binary world is a nice place to escape and go to. But then in the same vein, when that starts to get a little dry, a little droll, a little predictable, it's fantastic to go into a rehearsal and open up and share and collaborate. And then the cycle just goes on and on.
Okay, YouTube, that is it for this episode of Ask a Maestro. I want to thank my friend Mike Cavalieri so much for coming onto the show. Please do leave your questions in the comments below. Feel free to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Until next time, go play an instrument or sing a song. And until then, goodbye, everyone.